finals action continues. The winner of this match will go all the way to the finals and face Mr. Instant Replay for the heavyweight championship.
And what a match this should be, Larry Pena. You have the high-flying luchador Little Cholo against the ground-based wrestler, the modern-day warrior, Charles Mercury.
Charles Mercury making a name for himself all over Southern California. He has held gold in almost every promotion he has wrestled for. And he's going to add hybrid pro wrestling as another notch in his belt.
And I tell you, this man, Charles Mercury, is a man who has rededicated himself to the sport of professional wrestling. It shows. I mean, a year ago, you looked at Charles Mercury, you wondered what happened to the Charles Mercury of old. Now you look at him and you see a new Charles Mercury emerging, Larry Pena.
And now I got a question, though, just how well is Little Cholo? I mean, we saw him earlier favoring the shoulder, and believe it or not, that is going to be a key factor here. Charles Mercury loves to go for the arm, as we saw earlier, that unique timing lock that he likes to finish off people with. You got to believe that's a huge factor. Another factor, again, as I mentioned, this is going to be Little Cholo's third match already in this contest. If he was to go to the finals, he'd have to wrestle 4 matches.
And that would be a feat for any man. And here Charles Mercury is not going to go to the ground. He's not going to go to the air with Little Cholo. He's going to pull him down and he's going to submit him. You were right about him favoring that arm earlier. We noticed that. Trading kicks now.
I'm not sure if this is well. Actually, the both are faring very well against each other here in this.
Look at this.
I was going to favor Charles Mercury in this contest, but look at this. Little Cholo holding his own.
Look at Charles.
Quickening up on that combination.
This is the son of Mr. Yuri.
It's the SDF.
Beautiful SDF steps right over the leg. Might want to check for a choke there, Aaron Hassan.
He's trying to stretch him out here. He's got to do what he takes.
He's really trying to stretch him out there. Charles Mercury, knowing where he is in the ring, he's trying to get to the ropes. And that's going to be the only way he gets out of this match.
You know,
there he goes.
Little Cholo may be trying to go for that early win because he doesn't know, he may not know how much longer he can handle in a matchup like this.
You're right there. And you're talking about if he was to win this match, he wouldn't be going up against Mr. Instant Replay.
There he goes.
Going for a triangle choke. But look at it. Watch his shoulders down. Charles Mercury's shoulders were down for a split second, realizing going for that triangle choke, pulling that arm through. Look at that.
And Little Cholo, he's close to those ropes.
Little Cholo picks him up.
Look at that. He has him playing. Oh! Slingshots him.
Across the bottom rope.
Slingshotted him in.
And if you're going to get out of a triangle choke, that would be the way to do it, Larry Pena.
Well, that was a nice way to do it, too. But again, he's favoring back to that arm again.
Yeah, he is favoring that arm, and that's going to be a big factor. As soon as he shows Charles Mercury that, and I got to question this. Little Cholo's a veteran. He's been around a long time. He should know that in wrestling, you do not show weakness. You do not show that you have a part of your body injured.
Wait a minute. He's going for it again, that triangle choke. Using a rope for added leverage. Referee Aaron Hassan calling for the break. I mean,
look at that arm.
You can't get the win with that in this matchup.
No, you can't. And now he's Charles Mercury now. He's on the top rope.
Missile drop kick.
Beautiful double drop kick. Right to the front. Covered. 1, 2. Aaron Hassan a little bit out of position.
But you notice when he went for the drop kick, he still was able to nail the injured arm of Little Cholo. Trying to aggravate that injury just a little more.
And now working on the other arm, the arm that was originally injured. And this is Charles Mercury's game plan. He's just going to ground Little Cholo and work on both of those arms. Butterfly right there.
Got that.
Pulls him over. What's he going for here?
It could be trying to go for his version of like a crossface submission here.
Almost. If he's got, well, he doesn't have the other arm. I was going to say if he had
like a Rings of Saturn.
Exactly, Larry.
He could also turn him over for a cover, but Little Cholo right there knew where he was, went for the ropes for the clean break. Oh, that wasn't clean.
No, it was not.
Snap Mercury down.
What's he going for here?
Oh, wait a minute.
That butterfly again. Look at that. Both arms being pulled back, shoulders out of the sockets, Larry Pena. It's clear what Charles Mercury wants to do. He wants to submit Little Cholo.
A submission win over Little Cholo would definitely not only bring him closer into the goal here tonight, but it would also be a notch for his belt as far as getting big victories here in Southern California.
Well, it would be a great victory for him to beat Little Cholo on the way to the finals and win the championship. But he's got to beat Little Cholo first. That's the trick, Larry.
You'd have to wonder, would this be considered a huge upset? Much like what we saw earlier with Mr. Instant Replay and Joey Ryan. I got to believe that was a huge upset.
Oh, that was a tremendous upset, Larry. And I got to wonder, what's Joey Ryan's psyche like backstage right now?
And right now, we're asking for a clean break. Little Cholo now being sent to the ropes. Ducks under.
Oh, kicks him. Went for the spinning clothesline. Charles. Guys that arm through. Charles right back into an armbar.
That looked more like a Fujiwara armbar, trying to hyperextend that arm out of the socket. Trying to go for the other arm, trying to go again for that butterfly, almost like the rings of Saturn. But again, Lil Cholo right there, goes for the ropes. He knew exactly where he was.
Aaron Hassan warning Charles Mercury right there to break it by that count of 5. Little Cholo's arm is hurting Larry Pena.
At this point, the only thing that is saving him and keeping him in this match is the fact that he knows where he's at and is able to get the clean break with the ropes. I don't think he's had the opportunity to try to find counters, but I mean, he is trying to get the quick escape, which he needs to do to try to keep himself in this matchup. Charles Mercury now, again with the wrist down, as he rings the arm, trips him down.
Look at this.
Again, going back to that arm, trying to pull back on that arm. He's practically sitting on it, applying all his weight on it. As he's trying to pull that out of the socket. This could be almost over at any given moment.
He's trying to break that arm right now. Almost a form of a Fujiwara armbar, but Cholo's going through the ropes.
And again, that's why I'm saying this is the only thing that is saving him at this point.
But notice Charles Mercury uses every second of that 5 count to pull back on that arm.
And he knows he has the 5 count. He's using exactly doing what you're saying. Trying to apply just a little extra pain to that arm. And now he's got him up on that top.
I don't know if this is smart by Charles Mercury.
Little
Cholo cutting off at the pass. Oh!
Shrugs him right off.
Right off.
And now he's waiting for him here. Beautiful blockbuster.
Beautifully done.
But again, he can't roll for cover. He should go for cover, but I mean, he's gone through so much pain with that arm. That arm is giving in to him at this point. It may cost him the match here. Trying to get a breather, trying to get back to his feet. It's almost like he's waiting for Charles Mercury to get back to his feet. Charles slow to get to his feet now. He's got using the ropes to pull himself back up. Well, Charles trying to get with a clothesline with that bad arm. Clotheslines him again.
I don't know how much those clotheslines have behind him. That arm is hurting.
Let's go clothesline backslide. No, brings him out. Overhead belly to belly.
Beautifully done. Northern Lights suplex. 1, 2. 2 count, but a beautiful bridge on the Northern Lights, Larry Pena.
Got a 2 count. I thought he was going to throw him overhead. Decided to hold on. Going for a full.
Maybe a dragon. Blocks the German. Going for the dragon again. Charles goes through. Oh, beautiful reverse DDT. But look at that arm, Larry Pena.
Favoring that arm again. Hooks the leg. Will it be enough for him?
2 count.
Will not be enough. You got to wonder, because of that arm, how much more effective will his moves be?
You have to wonder if he can pick him up for that Cholo Special 2 or that 187. I mean, those arms are hurting, and that's going to be a lot of weight that he's going to have to pick up.
Well, he's going for the cop killer.
He's going to try for the cop killer.
If he connects,
Goes out. Hooks him with the dragon. Hits the dragon suplex.
He has a bridge. Doesn't quite have it locked in the way he wants
goes through and then holds on. Goes for another dragon. Right on top of his head. Charles Mercury, 2. Little Cholo kicks up the count of 2 after 2 dragon suplexes, Larry Pena.
Wait a minute, he's going to go for it. No, the Juji Katami. There it is.
Juji Katami. Cholo's trying to block it.
If he can bring him,
he's got it. He's got it in.
It might be a match. He's tapping out.
He tapped out.
We have a submission victory here, folks. It is over. So the finals are set. It looks like it's going to be Charles Mercury one-on-one with Mr. Instant Replay. The winner will be our first World Heavyweight Champion here in Hybrid Pro here at Revolution at the American Legion Hall here in beautiful Culver City.